Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm JP.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
What
opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
What's up, everyone? This is the Everything Obsolete podcast, where the topics and views are pretty current. You already know. That's Jay Blaze. I am Bobby Summers. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's get it. So today, y'all, you see we in a little different area, different location. We decided to do some early stuff, so we got the coffee brewing, stuff that's way too early, a la Stephen A. early. That's what time it is. What time is your watch say?
It's 6:30 here, so it's like 8:30 in the East Coast.
9:30.
9:30. Ooh. Everybody's up already.
Yeah, they already at work. They've been at work. Most of everybody. Anyway, yeah. So new location. We seeing poolside. Goes with the theme of the first week of the summer in most locations. So yeah, we was like, let's switch it up. And so we're out here today enjoying this early morning stuff. But we do have some news we want to kick with you. We're gonna stick today with sports and entertainment for the most part. For sure, because a lot just happened in the past couple of weeks, from basketball to almost every sport. We're gonna even go back a little bit more and just brush real quick, because we're not really proficient in this particular sport, but we're gonna just brush by some soccer or football, wherever you're from. But you know what? First topic I'm going to start off with, let's just go right into it. We're going to go into I want to go into the movie scene. A couple of movies just came out and I guess started the summer off pretty well. Well, I think they did pretty well. And the Bad Boys 4 movie, followed by, is it a Pixar movie? What is, and followed by Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Is that like a Illumination movie, or is it just some?
I think it's Pixar, I believe. I'm not sure.
We're not sure on that. Don't quote us on that one. But these two movies came out pretty much back to back, give or take, within the week of each other. And I'm gonna start off with the Bad Boys franchise, because I'm bringing this up because the first weekend that this movie was out, first of all, the cast went on like a crazy world tour, right? And the first weekend that it came out, it pushed over the 100 million mark. And I would think that's awesome, right? It's probably going to finish in around closer to the 200, maybe just over 200 million. I'm thinking, man, that's fucking great. 2024, there's a million streaming services online that like.
Yeah, but most of the time those movies go kind of instantly to.
Well, as long Bad Boys
nowadays,
just Will Smith and Martin Lawrence alone, their names are gonna pull a lot of people to the box office. My thing is, I don't know if a lot of people think that the movie actually did well, as far as pertaining to the 2024 concept of doing well.
In this day and age.
Yeah, if I didn't mention it, the franchise as a whole has just went over $1 billion. There's 4 movies. That means each movie made $250 million at least. Is that not like top tier? I mean, how many people could say they made a movie that made $250 million?
Not much. I guess whatever the standard is for this time, like, this day and age, the way things are, I guess that set a record for this.
No. I think it's the opposite, huh? I think it didn't set like a record. Like they
No.
really still want people to go and do 200-300 million the first weekend, and then it slows down as if
So like right now, if you go to Prime, is it on Prime?
no. That movie was exclusive theaters.
No, I know, but it's been in the theaters already. So,
Yeah, but it hasn't been 6 months, 3 months. It hasn't even been
but
3 months.
that doesn't matter anymore. Like back in the days,
Oh, you don't. Oh,
it doesn't take 6 months so it could go to DVD because now all these streaming things.
well, I don't know. DVDs don't even exist anymore.
I'm just saying.
I
But
know,
that's
I know,
what the
but you
6
mean
months
like
was to put
to
it
go
on
to DVD, but now it's like to go to the streaming service. But I
Yeah.
think it's. I think you're right. I think it is quicker. I think it's like within a 3 month mark, it could already be on a streaming service. So I'm with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
But
trying to see if
it's not. It's not though, because they would also advertise that as well. And I don't think they have. You know what I mean?
But nowadays they do advertise it sometimes if they're streaming it and putting it in the movies.
But this is why I brought it up, because then a week or so later, Inside Out comes out, part 2, and it pretty much just knocks out Bad Boys from the #1 movie.
Well, anything kids will do that.
Oh, I'm with you. And it made, but what I'm trying to say is, it made like over $100 million. But they say, oh, that movie exceeded expectations. You know, it like did wonders. But it just did the same thing. Bad Boys did the same thing.
Well, with Inside Out 1, there was controversy because of the story behind it. So now with the way things are in the world and with kids and emotion and anxiety.
Well, I think the character has anxiety.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So a couple of years ago, that was like, how dare you talk about that? How dare you present that to kids? You know, having them think of, what does this word mean? What does this mean? Do I have this? And as opposed to now, where most kids already know what it is and feel that, and you kind of have the sense that that's what's going on.
I'm with you.
So
I
it's
think
more like a lesson now?
I think preteens and actually young teenagers, they definitely ran to go see that. I mean, we have a teenager.
Yeah, she saw one.
She saw it 2 times in like in a
and she
4-day.
saw part 2 within like a 3-day, 4-day period.
She went to the movies twice to see that. So she obviously liked it. And she's a teenager. You wouldn't think.
Well, because it's also more.
The girl is a teenager now.
Yes.
When she wasn't. We're going very deep into this.
I haven't seen it, but they talk about, I guess the character goes through puberty as well. So it's all those anxiety and feelings and stuff that a normal teenager would go. So I guess the movie grew from part 1, and those who grew with part 1 grew into part 2.
Oh, part 1 was
so it
awesome.
all mimics what's going on in their life or emotions.
We had all the figurines, all the emotion figurines that were about maybe 7 inches.
The only one she has now is the angry.
Yeah, I mean,
she has it facing out like her window. So when people look at her window or pass by the window, there's something red staring at them.
I don't know if everyone is going to know exactly what that is.
Well, they'll know
the kids though. Yeah. But well, now they might, like you said, now they might know. But I wanted to bring that up because I just wanted to see those 2 movies almost.
And I think it is Pixar, because I think it's a Pixar movie.
Pixar movie, which is a big deal.
It wouldn't be. I don't think. Disney. It's not a Disney movie.
No, it's not. It's not. I brought that up. Those 2 movies went head to head, kind of, and I just feel like they kind of did similar first weekend openings, definitely going over the 100 million mark. But yet I saw things saying Bad Boys was just normal. Meanwhile, Inside Out is like, oh, it's awesome. I'm like, they did similar.
Well, anything kids is going to be, because movies don't come out like as often as they used to.
And then 2 good movies.
Yeah. Did If come out in the movies?
What?
If.
Of course. That's Ryan
Because that's
Reynolds.
a good movie.
I didn't see If yet. I almost watched it last night.
You got to watch that.
I didn't.
You got to watch it.
So that was I just wanted to start the entertainment stuff off with that. I mean, we could stay with entertainment actually, and go into like I guess the entertainment that we kind of like, which is the hip hop and R&B entertainment part of the world. And there's a few tours that are going on. I mean, there's actually quite a few tours going on.
I mean, tours have been like. Since COVID, right after COVID, tours have been climbing up because obviously
Everybody's back outside.
Yeah. So
Catch me outside. Catch me outside. But
so like little venues and stuff like that. But yeah.
no. But I'm saying I'm gonna mention some, but this is not really the actual topic. But a couple of them are. But Justin Timberlake is on tour right now, destroying everything that his tours are. He's doing it, and that's the solo thing. We're not even talking about whatever he has behind the scenes. If NSYNC pops up, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I heard otherwise of his tour. I heard that his tour is not obviously selling out like that. It's a different genre of music.
No, it's definitely a different
and
genre
you
of
kind of
music.
have to have grown
He's
up
also
with
not.
him.
When you say not selling out, do you mean because he's not in arenas?
No, he might be in arenas, but obviously he's a one-man show type thing.
Oh,
It's not a group.
But there's a lot of people out there one man showing doing their thing.
Yeah, so,
a la what we're about to talk about.
Yeah, but compared to like a Chris Brown where you have all different genres of ages going to see him as opposed to...
You think Justin has a particular...
Yes.
You think you do?
Yes, of course.
Oh, man.
My daughter is not listening to Justin Timberlake.
Does she even know any of his music,
That's
though?
what I'm saying. So that...
I mean,
my
I think if
daughter
she
will
were
listen to Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're not... That's rap. We're not talking about rap. So
it doesn't matter.
You went, yeah, you did. You went from rap to R&B. Like those are two different genres of music.
Chris Brown is R&B.
Well, but we would consider Justin Timberlake R&B-ish, but
he's also an entertainer because he also dances.
Is he also pop?
Yes.
So again, I mean, but we know Justin Timberlake has a bevy of talent, and he could just his rainbow is phenomenal. Like he could go from one side to the other side of the spectrum without a skip of a beat. You know what I mean? Which is hip hop, and then he could go to pop, and then he could go to R&B. You know what I mean? We know his talent spectrum could go through all of that. So it's like,
but who he connects to is not going to be so much the younger crowd, as opposed to like Kendrick Lamar and Chris Brown right now.
His latest album, did he drop?
Because SZA's on tour as well too.
I'm with it. So he's on tour. Nicki Minaj is on tour.
Yeah, but I think she's like in Europe. She's not.
Oh, she's on the Europe side of things, but she's on tour. But yeah, and then you got Chris Brown on tour, which is what the topic of discussion is going to be about, along with Kendrick Lamar. I'm not sure if he's not on tour yet, but what he did was he did a pop out show. It's called the Pop Out Kendrick Lamar and Friends, and he did it on Juneteenth.
Perfect. That was perfect time to do it.
It was absolutely perfect timing. For a lot of different reasons, but he's probably going to drop an album soon. On top of that, I think Drake is on tour as well, or he was finishing his tour, but he's been on that tour since the beef started. So I don't know if he's almost finished.
He pretty much went on tour from his last tour. It was like just had like a few months, and then he already had.
Yeah, but it was with different. It was with a different person, so it was a different tour.
No, I know that, but he kind of went back to back.
Oh, I'm pretty. Ooh.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think.
Because I remember last year, our daughter wanted to go to one of his shows.
Yes.
And then
he wasn't coming here or something,
he did. But the tickets were like crazy.
Oh, they were? Is that when we were talking about it during that time?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a few months back. All right, so but I'm gonna we'll hit off with the Chris Brown tour and how he started off maybe a couple of weeks ago now. His first show he started like in Detroit.
I think right now he's like on his 12th city.
Nice.
I mean, I'm pretty in certain cities he's doing a couple of shows, but yeah, the 12th. I think he's on his 12th.
There's a whole lot I want to say with this because it just one thing leads into the other. But I'm feeling like he's having a blast because so many things are happening, and like he's on top of his game, and so he had like a few incidences during a couple of his shows. The Detroit show started off, I think like his first. I don't even know.
Michigan.
I'm going all over the place. I don't know if his first like 7 shows were sold out.
All his shows have been sold out.
Oh, every single one of them? Wow. I don't know if that's already a record. But anyway.
He sells out his concerts. It's just obviously his venues have gotten bigger, and then and then he might do like, as opposed to one day in that arena, he might do 2. You know.
And he's still doing his $1,000 meet and greets,
yeah.
which are mostly women for the most part. But with that being said, the funny part to it is that he had a couple of incidences during 2 different shows where he technical difficulties,
yes,
getting stuck in the air and not liking it.
But then
this is
in the line right there when you're like obviously dangling from a
no doubt from
or going down a chute to pop back up or whatever. So yeah, I mean frustration.
Yeah, but the funny part is that this is how good he is at his craft. He was visually frustrated and still sung his parts and did all of that, but then in between his songs he talked to the crowd about being angry about what the hell just happened. Like he was, you know what I mean? Like that's how good of a craft is. It's not like he just tried to like no, he talked to his crowd. Y'all motherfuckers, I was stuck up. Yeah, I was tight. Like I literally saw him talk to the crowd about it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all saw the motherfucker, he was like, motherfucker was stuck in the air. And then you hear the crowd laughing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's 50,000, 80,000 people laughing.
Well, if you look
and
at
still enjoying
at clips on like Instagram and stuff like that of his show, he's pretty much the one-man show. It's not like he doesn't have like friends on.
No, but he has his dances.
No. But I'm saying he don't have like special guests coming on performing with him. Like
No
even if it's a
very rare
a collaboration song.
Very extremely rare. I mean, we've been to his concerts before. Like
he's had people pop up, but as of
rare,
right now,
though.
yeah.
And it'd be sporadic. It'd be songs that from 8 years ago the person will pop up and sing with him out of nowhere.
Doesn't have that. He's pretty much that full entertainment on, himself. So yeah, he's gonna touch base with the.
I just think.
And that's probably what his theme is also with this tour. Like every tour is different, right?
No doubt.
And he wants to make an impact on each tour and what he wants it to.
I like that I think a lot of people do this, but usually when people go on tour, you go to see them and they just sing songs. This tour, and a lot of his tours, I think, they're specific
elements,
specific to his album.
Yes.
But he still gives you old shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then what he did was he got creative with it. He does the little he lets
the crowd, the Simon Says kind
the
of
Simon,
thing.
yeah, he well, what's it called? The artificial intelligence or whatever. He lets that kind of pick for him.
Yeah.
And then he
Different
sings
genres of his music.
and a lot of those songs and he has like 20 songs up on the board that's randomly getting picked, and those are not the tour songs. The tour is 11/11 right now, so the album, those songs he sings, but when the algorithm is picking the songs, those are his old songs.
Of course, yeah.
And I think that's how he keeps the gap, the generation gap.
He's done that in every tour. He's done
no
something
doubt.
like that, yeah.
He just started in every tour. He just started it maybe like a couple of albums ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't, because we've been seeing him perform way back, and his performance, he was always an entertainer, but what he did with this algorithm thing he got going, I like that.
Just before his tour, he sent out he wanted his fans to give him a list of songs.
Yeah, because he was like, yo, man, like when I forget, I seen him on other things talking. He was like, when I forget songs, the
crowd
easiest,
backs him up.
my crowd got to back me up. That's when you point the.
And then you don't want to play the old same songs, although some of those songs are like significant.
Which is why I think what you just said about him sending out like a memo, hey, tell me what songs, because if the fans want to hear older songs, those are the songs he'll put on the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what it does is he could go do his homework. Oh shit, let me remember
and
a little
songs
bit.
that people know that are not like so popular. People want to hear those too.
Oh, some of his slow. I've seen him sing slow off the algorithm. I've seen him sing some really slow songs. You're
No, I
like,
know.
wow, and they're old. I'm like, yo, does Jay know the words to these songs?
Or songs that never really got, like, they're on the album, but they're not like,
The hit.
like
Yeah.
singles or anything like that. But they obviously mean something.
But we know they're good.
Yeah.
I mean,
but so does a real fan.
yeah. Like
So.
those are the songs you really want him to sing.
Yeah, 'cause
But
they don't get
or
enough.
listen to him sing.
Yeah, because
Perform might be different.
well, singing. Yeah, when you're singing like a
'Cause-
ballad or something, you're not.
Yeah, well,
not
you're
really-
performing, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But the crowd, most of his fans are there to see him flip and boogie on the court. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they want to see him get busy on the.
Entertain,
Yeah.
because he's an entertainer. He's not just there standing and
So,
singing.
so let's flip it. Let's flip it to the Kendrick side and talk about Kendrick's pop-out show.
Oh, that was like,
I mean, I think he made history.
of course.
I
Yes.
I mean, he took
Especially
a.
on the day of June 19th.
I mean, even I'm not even. I see where you was gonna go with that. I'll even without not going to the Juneteenth thing, he just made history of doing a.
Well,
When
yeah,
your
he
man
colored.
performed Not Like Us, he performed it 5 times in a row.
He also had a crowd on his stage.
Oh no, he had L.A.
Yes.
Did you hear about
Yeah, he
a
had that.
rumor that I'm sorry, to cut you off. A rumor that if he realized that outsiders, meaning if you weren't from the state of California, bought tickets, he was refunding them because he wanted the whole show. This is a rumor. He wanted
I didn't
everyone
know
from LA he wanted LA people to be in there. It was an LA thing for his pop-up show. He said people were buying they said people were buying tickets from out of state, fans, whatever. The rumor was that they were being refunded because they were making sure only. So I don't know how much of it is him or the people behind the scenes, but
I
anyway.
didn't hear anything like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely
I
heard
know
that.
that everybody from LA was there, and I know he brought in.
Dr. Dre, Mustard,
Well, he also brought in
YG,
the streets.
And then
Bloods
every-
and Crips
every-
on
oh,
the same stage.
oh 100% different sets.
rivalries,
This is
and-
this is what made it historical. Those dudes are never in the same place,
At the
standing
same time,
standing
yes.
on the same ground within 2 feet of each other.
So
So
it
the-
brought unity,
Oh, 100%. 100%, which is crazy because that has nothing to do with the actual. So he sung, Schoolboy Q was there, the entire group. What's the name of their group when they before, because they had their little outings, right? They don't, Kendrick kind of left TDE, but he still fucks with them, but he's not part of like TDE. He became his own entity.
Yeah.
But they still friends and shit. They locked in with each other. They grown men now too.
just
But
unified
he had
everybody.
all of them. The whole clique was there. As far as that clique that Kendrick came up with,
Yeah,
Schoolboy
yeah.
Q. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Fuck. But that whole clique and the name of the group, they were all there and they sung their song. I thought of you as soon as I saw it. You know what I mean? They said that it's been years since they've been together and actually sung the songs
performed
and
that song.
performed together. It's been years.
How long was the show?
Oh, that's
Was
a
it
good
like a
question.
duration of a normal?
Normal couple of hours, 2-3 hours.
The good thing that there was no like aftermath after.
You
after
didn't
the
you
show.
didn't hear
No
anything.
gunshots, no fighting, no.
I
no
like
nothing.
that you brought that up, bro.
Yeah. There was nothing. It
Because-
was like a perfect night of
Oh
entertainment.
my
and,
God!
Yeah.
I don't believe you just brought that up. That's amazing.
Yeah, there wasn't. There was no controversy.
But you don't hear about. Oh, it was. You only hear about the concert. The concert went viral.
Yeah, that's all you hear about is how
The
great
concert-
the concert was and how people loved it and how it obviously is going to stand the test of time.
Oh,
and,
100%.
Yeah, but
You-
no
bad
news.
vibes, right? No
Yeah.
bad vibes at the
No
end of the day.
catastrophes.
Your man sung that song Not Like Us 5 times in a row.
And
I
every
don't
time
I
he
don't
sung it, it was like he was singing it for the first time.
100%.
The crowd got even more amped up.
I think the first time he sung it, he only got to a certain part and stopped.
Yeah.
And that was when I think that's when Dr. Dre came out and started it off. Dr. Dre came out and he was
introduced
like,
it,
"Hey,
yeah.
everybody, I need a moment of silence." And he was like, "That's what Dr. Dre said."
What arena was that at?
Ooh, we could look that up. We could look it up. Look it up real quick. The
Was
Pop
it
Out
Staple?
Kendrick. No, I
Or
don't-
was it in
I-
Compton?
the stage was perfect. The stage setup was fire.
No,
The
no,
cinematic.
It's just a matter of where it was. Like
Here, look it
held
up.
that much.
Just type in Pop Out show with Kendrick, and then I'll get more specific and put what arena was the Pop Out show with Kendrick. But Dr. Dre came out. He was like, "Everybody, I need a moment of silence. Shh, I see dead people," and the shit just dropped.
It was at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
There you go. All you gotta do is Google, baby.
But yeah, that was crazy.
So I wanted to mention those two tours because I think that show and then Chris Brown's tour is just like all over the internet, man. Yeah, so like I said, YG was there, Mustard was there, Dr. Dre, Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, and Savannah James was there. I mean, every set on the LA side of things was there. Every main person that needed to be there. And I saw some on socials where Kendrick was, volleying up all the people onto the stage and the security, and he would be talking to the crowd but walking to where security is and telling security, yeah, he good, yeah, she good, yeah, he good. You know what I mean? All he had to do was look. I don't know if they were throwing sets up to verify or that you really couldn't see, but or he just knows whoever it is he was looking at.
Yeah.
And they were all up. And there were so many people on stage and they were kind of crowded. And he was like, "Hey, y'all spread out. You know what I mean? Let these motherfuckers see y'all. This is history. Like, this is unity right here." Boom. He was like, "Y'all don't know about this." And he was like, "Everybody here on this stage got fallen soldiers." You know what I mean? He said even after the show, the different sets were still talking to each other like, "Yo, we need to do this. Like we need to make this happen more than," you know what I mean? Which is, I mean, that's the West Coast vibe. You know what I mean? That's what they do. It's like the East Coast is not really like that. I mean, there's gangs and niggas rep everywhere, but on the East Coast, I think it's more of a disrespect thing. Where on the West Coast, it's just about where you live.
Territory.
Like if you live on the wrong block, motherfuckers want to set it on you. I'm like, where we're from, if you around the corner, you go to your man around the corner. You know what I mean? Or if you have an op around the corner, you don't not go around the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you in California, the vibe is just different. You know what I mean? If your op is around the corner, you don't go around the corner,
Yeah.
and your op doesn't come around the corner towards you. So I weird compared to the East Coast, but that's their vibe. You know what I mean? So it was good to see them all on set. You know what I mean? On the stage, and repping together like as a whole. We're gonna switch up the entertainment, and we're gonna go into before we do that, I gotta mention at the same time all of this was happening, two legends dropped some music. Eminem dropped a song, set the internet on fire with the song because it was like old Slim Shady type vibes. And LL Cool J dropped. But LL Cool J dropped like two songs. He dropped a song with Rick Ross and Fat Joe.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then he dropped a song, and then I don't know if he dropped it. It might have been leaked. The one with Eminem. He has a song with Eminem.
I didn't see.
Yeah. So I think in the midst of all this fire that's been happening between
That
Kendrick
got
and
kind of
Drake,
lost in
and
translation.
yeah. So I don't know if everybody. So we got like
Things
hip
coming
hop
up,
is hip hop is sliding up in the list of things. But we're gonna let's get into our sports because it's been a crazy and we're gonna talk about that green summer. But before we get into the fun part,
It better be money.
Oh man! Before we get into that fun part, let's just take the time to mention the passing away of Bill Walton, legend. If you don't know who he is, Google him. Yeah, he's an old school basketball player, but young Bill Walton was pretty nasty with the rock.
Yes, he was.
Big man in the middle. He was a center. And Willie Mays, right? Baseball. So we want to just take the time to, they
They've
they definitely made a
paved
mark
the
in
way
it.
there.
Oh, paved the way for a lot of people after them, and they made their mark, and their game will forever live on because we have video footage. So everybody who's a fan of any one of those sports will forever remember who they were, especially if you're a certain age, a la Jay Blaze and myself. So we just want to just give props to them real quick, and condolences to their families and whatnot. And but I don't even want to say condolences. Keep your heads up because those guys made their mark. But to get back into the fun things, fun things, the NBA Finals came, the NHL hockey Finals came. There's so much. There was some hirings.
Firings.
There was a lot of firings, but we'll talk about the hiring, the big name hiring, and then we even gonna talk about this happened maybe a few weeks ago. Different sport again. Remember I told you we're gonna brush on that soccer. Well, Real Madrid. That's a big name. I'm pretty sure everybody across the world knows who the name Real Madrid, the soccer team, and the organization. They're very profound. All they do is win chips. A few weeks ago, they won their 15th Euro Cup. If you want to talk about dominance in a sport, I mean, I don't know how you don't bring up Real Madrid.
Yeah, I just find it so fascinating how celebrities are all taking liking to these things right now because it's more publicity.
Likings or ownership, because these motherfuckers is buying
Well, that
stock.
too, but they're because of publicity. It's just
think
like
so?
soccer's always been big. It's just about it being on this side not big because we have
in the United
football.
States?
Yeah, but then it's like now when there's soccer games, like now you see more celebrities going and trying to put themselves in that sort of business and eat off of that business.
I see what you're
Yeah,
trying to go with
it's
it,
weird.
but I think they also probably have been doing it and we never noticed, only because it's across seas,
yeah.
and that's where they lay low.
Yeah, but we're talking about different type of celebrities that are more entertainment, more into fashion and stuff like that, as opposed to actual like diehard sport celebrities. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I mean, once you get
But
a
it's
certain
because
amount,
it's hype and they're hyping it. It's all falling together. I guess publicity for the sport, publicity for the entertainers.
yeah. But if you got stock in something, that's only gonna. I mean, that all the entertainers and hip hop artists that took stock in NBA teams, that shit paid off. Nelly is the prime example.
Yeah. But that's been going on for years. With soccer, I think it's more in the past few years where you see it more. Where you see
more in our face.
Yeah. And because of the celebrity, you see it more in your face because they're following them going to the game, following them taking their children to the game.
I see.
So,
kind of like a hand-in-hand thing.
Soccer ain't wrong for feeding off of that.
I guess. I mean, but soccer got to do what it got to do to make to spread
especially on this side.
Exactly. That's what it's more about, spreading it on this side. I think
Where
they don't need to worry about cross seas. That shit is locked in.
Yeah. That's their sport. That's like
So yeah,
football for us.
they dominate. They've been dominating. They obviously win the Euro Cup like every couple of years. So I wanted to bring that up just so you know, me and Jay at least know a little bit about what's going on over there.
Touch base on that, but
We'll also touch base on hockey because not that we are huge hockey fans, but the finals did come through and it was a doozy.
but not before the NBA finals because I just finished.
Yeah, but the NHL hockey just finished because it went to Game 7.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like that in the beginning.
No.
Florida took a 3-0 lead, dominating, and it looked like it was going to be over before the NBA Finals was going to be over.
Crazy.
And then Edmonton woke up. And then
Shit.
Edmonton woke up and took the next 3 games.
Well, they set history anyway, so by coming from 3-0.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Oh, it was another team that did that?
No, they didn't win.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Just coming back and make it. No, I think other teams have done that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They didn't. Yeah. That's pretty kind of normal. That happens. Only one team though actually came back in like 1942 and actually won. But
that went 7 games.
I brought. I had to touch base with this hockey thing because again, giving props to Florida, they won their first time ever in their 30-year existence, winning the cup. Their coach is a 30-year coach in the league, and the coach to Edmonton was a rookie coach. But Edmonton's history is very rich, and they have trophies and in their culture. So it was kind of like the opposite, where Florida didn't have nothing, but their coach was bona fide, and then Edmonton has a rich history, but they had a rookie coach. Also, I wanted to bring up the fact that for like the 5th or 6th time in hockey, the losing team player was granted the MVP.
New things.
Well, it's not new for hockey.
Oh, really?
He's like the 6th person on a losing team to win the MVP. I understand when you do, because I think in hockey, it's the entire playoffs. I still don't know if I agree with it. I'm on the fence. I'm leaning more towards that I don't like it. I think the winning team is supposed to have an MVP.
So this obviously has happened before, where
In hockey.
Yeah. But I've never heard any controversy.
It's only
on
happened
it, so.
once in basketball.
They talk about that on First Take?
Oh, yes, they did.
Like us.
Yes, they did talk about it, but they say they talk about it. You know, it's normal because it's the 6th time in hockey that a losing person
has been granted a MVP.
In basketball, it happened once, and I think it was Jerry West. I think.
Well, he's a man of the logo, so.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. Don't quote me. But I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure it was Jerry West who is the only recipient of the MVP Finals MVP, and his team lost. So yeah, that's what went down with the hockey stuff. Going into some NBA, we got to talk about that real quick because it's a green summer. Green monster summer? Yeah, probably. Don't let the Boston Red Sox win at the end of this. But yes,
oh my God, that would be crazy, right?
I think they're having a bad year anyway, if I'm not mistaken.
Imagine, like, if the Knicks would have won and then the Yankees would be on top. Like, imagine if...
yeah, that'd be a crazy New York scene.
Yes.
But your Boston Celtics are your 2024 NBA champions. Jaylen Brown getting that MVP trophy. Tatum kind of, coasted. He had maybe a couple of good games where he put up some numbers. The rest he coasted. Where I feel like Brown kind of gave you the same thing.
It was interesting to me, Jason Tatum's mindset. Like, he was
ready to win, though.
He was ready to win.
Anything to do to win.
Yeah, but, like, everybody has, like, obviously, like, game mode. Like, LeBron, when he goes into the NBA Finals, he shuts everything down, right? Jason Tatum kind of took it, I don't know, I felt like his mindset was, like, almost like any other type of kind of game, like I got no worries. Everybody has worries.
He probably didn't want to get too hyped for the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got to keep yourself. Yeah, you got to keep yourself a little calm.
Tatum. So yeah, that was interesting to me. Like his mindset, focus, like not like I don't know. I'm assuming Jaylen Brown's mindset was different because he was hungry.
Yeah, I think he was more on a kill mode
Yeah,
type of thing.
he had a focus on who he was going to be guarding, who he was going to be.
He was locked in on Luka.
Yeah, that was his mindset.
Did you
Like,
see
that
some
was,
behind the scenes footage on the mic? They had him.
When,
He was like,
mic'd
he was
up.
like, if Luka sits, if he stays in the game, you keep me in the game.
Yeah.
I'm on him.
Yeah, he was hungry.
Oh yeah,
That's why well-deserved MVP.
I told you, like when you scratching at that door, it's bound to happen.
It's
If
going to
you
open for you.
they would have needed a veteran team to beat them, where Dallas, the veteran is Kyrie. Everybody else is young.
Yeah, but Dallas, they could have did it.
They didn't do what they were doing. Oh, we were kind of a little mad at them. They were not holding.
And they didn't do their fourth quarter like residuals. Like they dominated fourth quarters as far as like just.
They did not play the final series the way they played the entire.
Kyrie was not like, I don't know. He maybe needed to USA the stadium more.
Yeah, he didn't have any good games at Boston. And when I say good, I mean dominant.
Yeah.
He didn't have any dominant games at Boston. I don't know if they were under his skin, whether he'll say something about that in the future.
Well, I know one of the games when the first two games that he played at, because they started off at Boston, right? Because Boston had home court advantage. Like he mentioned, like the crowd wasn't loud enough. And that was probably why he didn't get into his game. I mean, that's just to throw people off, to get people talking. I don't know. I really don't know. It was surprising.
Yeah, they did, because they were dominating during the playoff run. And then I feel like they took their foot off the pedal in the finals.
But not in any of their quarters they showed like dominance in that way.
Only the one game they won?
Yeah, that was it. And they blew them out.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, huh?
But then they've gotten blown out all the other games.
That was just like a reset for Boston.
Yeah.
Boston was,
because
like, they were.
You got one on me? Well, we're just gonna knock you out the rest like fucking pins.
Yeah, because Boston was on the verge of being like the first team to sweep the conference finals and the finals. Like teams don't usually do that.
Yeah.
So they were about to make history with doing that, but then Dallas won that game. So for all you conspiracy theorist people that think that there's a script, maybe that was part of the script, making sure Boston doesn't get the sweep, back-to-back sweeps.
Interesting.
Right? You like that one?
It's a different way of looking at it, I guess.
But because why all of a sudden they blew them out after getting, after kind of being, they almost won game 3. I don't know if you saw footage of little Deuce in the locker room with the fellas and dad.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody just coming out from game 3. They won. Boston won. Everybody's in the locker room just quiet. And little Deuce sitting next to his dad was like, we almost lost that one. And everybody in the locker room all of a sudden woke up and laughed, and you saw Jaylen Brown like, shh.
We don't speak of that.
Yeah, like, don't say nothing like that, bro. Like, yeah, we know we almost lost that one, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep that on the low. And then Tatum kind of just tapped Deuce like, man. Because he was locked in, like everybody was just. You saw people looking at the floor.
Yeah, that's how innocent kids are. They speak their mind. Yeah.
But it's innocence. You're right, but it's truth.
Yeah.
And it made everybody in the locker room like they just loosened up a little bit more, and I was like,
reality. Yeah.
They probably needed that. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that till after. I saw that when the series was over.
Yeah.
I didn't see that during.
Clips.
Yeah. So I was like, interesting, because that's what wakes you up and like, oh man, look, like he just, you know what I mean? But then they went and got blown out game 4.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how that almost losing game 3 is probably what led into Dallas beating them in game 4. Like, because Dallas should have won game 3. They fucked up.
Yeah. There was a couple of,
So,
I mean, even in the last game, the most they were down is like 8 points, but they couldn't get off of that. They couldn't. It went from 8 to.
And again, Luka and Kyrie, there's a couple of games they didn't shoot the ball well, man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's the finals. Curry. I also wanted to correct something that I said in the past when I was talking about Boston and Dallas and having like the like someone who's been to the mountaintop before.
Yeah.
And when you talk about main players, so obviously Kyrie is a top name. He's a big name, top player for the team. Yes, he has a ring. On the Boston side, their top players didn't have a ring, but they did have someone on their team that does have a ring already, and that was what's your Drew Holiday.
Oh yeah.
Right, he won his ring with Milwaukee.
Yes.
And now he's a 2-time champ. On the low, going to the Olympics as well. So, like, there's
setting records
for his family. It's not necessarily records. He didn't break no records. It's just
for his stats. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he added to his collection.
Yes.
That's what he did. He added another ring to his collection, and he's about to get a gold. I don't know. I can't remember if he's been on the gold. Was he on the gold team with Draymond in the World Championships? I think so. He might have been. He might have won the gold with Draymond.
I know he's quiet, so you kind of like when people forget about everything he's done and his impact
and his travel.
Yes.
And his life. I always liked him. His story
is
his family story, which is none of nobody's business, but it is out there. He's kind of famous. With his wife, they strong. They call them a power couple, and I love it. I like them together. They've been together for a minute, and so that's cool. Cool thing for him. Congrats to you for winning your second ring. But yeah, like we're gonna leave this episode up on the Good Vibe NBA Championship talk, man. We got more for you coming. The whole summer is coming. There's a lot of things happening. Coaches hired, fired, free agency. Baseball is still swinging right in the middle of its season. WNBA is coming. The All-Star game's coming. We might try to go visit that. We'll see if we...
Or at least be around the area.
Well, it's in Phoenix this year, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to wrap this episode up on that one, y'all. That's Jay Blaze. I'm Bobby Summers. We'll see you on the next one.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, and share buttons. Follow us on socials. Also available on all platforms. See you next, where no topics are safe on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the host and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.